Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
We gone.
we officially back and we're officially gone. Damn, this officially marks, I guess, season 2. Or what was
Season
it,
2.
Season 2. We got new artwork. Back with the same gang. Shout out to Gypsy. We're here at a later time, a little later tonight, but we're gonna plan to kick off our 9:30s, moving here forward Wednesday nights. And Frank's back in the building, No Man's back in the building, and we got a very special guest on the show tonight, as we always do. Back with the flavor, the creativity, and the wittiness all together, combined in one. How you fellas been, man?
Good, man. It's been a long time coming.
Pause. Yep.
Busy as a motherfucker, man.
God, man.
It's good to be back, though.
The world is changing.
Hell yeah. So quickly, trending topics. How do you call it? What's the consensus here? Is Kanye West Trump support? Is it he's all the way in the sunken place, A, or is it B that he's just a troll? Troll?
Everyone thinks he's trolling. I don't know if he's trolling, man.
If you had to vote one way or another.
Kanye?
I thought Donald Trump was a troll at first.
That's what I'm saying.
Might still somewhat be.
I don't think Kanye trolling. I think Kanye serious.
Me too.
I think he really.
You think he's serious?
I do too.
Don Digley.
Is this just his want so bad to be like, what do they call that? The antagonist or the alternative or the someone that's just
try to just go the other way, go the other way on purpose.
Yeah. Just
to contradict.
Contradict pop culture or whatever. You think that has anything to do with it, or you think this is genuine?
I think this is genuine. I don't think he's doing it on purpose. I mean, it is coincidental he has an album coming out, but there's also like other albums coming out, like.
But do you think he just wants to dominate?
Pusha T's.
Yeah, but he's producing all of them. Nas, Pusha T, Tiana Taylor.
Yeah, but
he's got to say something so outlandish to bring attention to all of those albums.
And Kanye knows the one thing. Like Trump, at the end of the day, Trump is the #1 trending topic all the time.
He's talked about daily, that guy.
So if you come out, especially someone being Kanye, say I support Trump.
Yeah,
I mean immediately right now, what's he doing? He's trending on Twitter, and he just said that he has an album coming out. So it's just timing. Like if you genuinely say you fuck with Trump, you would have told us this 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Think about it though. Why
does
Kanye have to do that? Like why would he have to?
He's still.
Why would he have to do that?
Because he's Kanye West.
But I'm saying to sell, he don't got to do that.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. Kanye West.
That's a good point, though, Frank. I think
he does not. He has the #1 selling sneaker like all the time, but he's always in pop culture.
I'm gonna listen to a Kanye. That's
regardless.
At this point, it's the only person that I'm looking forward to drop music is Kanye.
I was looking forward to Cole. I was looking forward to Cole. It's been a while.
I bought Cole the day it came out. Don't get me wrong, but but I was like, I'll get to it when I get to it. Like when Kanye drops an album, I'm like, I want to hear how this shit sounds right now. That's just me. As
like
a person.
I just don't see why he would need to. He is a trending topic. He's married to the #1 trending topic maybe of all time.
But that's just proving my point.
I think he wants to overdo it.
But how does that help your point?
Because why would you marry someone like that?
Okay, so now you're getting deeper into it.
Right.
You're getting deeper into it. I'm talking about just strictly for his album. This album, she don't got to do this to sell
His life is about the spotlight, about attention, about being the epicenter of pop culture.
Well, that is a very good point.
I think you hit it right on the head, because I think there's levels to it, because there's superstardom, there's being legend, and then there's just this other crazy level that he wants to be.
Exactly.
And I think to say you love Trump or whatever will definitely do that. Because people will look back in time and be like, yo, he fucking supported Trump. He was against the grain. He's a contrarian.
Contrarian, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Jips.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why we got Jips on the show, man. Keep us in check.
Yeah, I'm sober today.
It's definitely interesting because we're talking about it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just
meant to be spoke about though.
And the funny part was, like, I was gonna come back, and there was so much things that I wanted to say over our gap being off, and I'm like, I'm not gonna use any of this time to talk about Donald Trump, because I wanted to talk about him like declaring war with Syria or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
When
There's a lot of crazy shit that
like,
he does that it's like it's almost hard not to, because you talk about it daily.
Because it affects.
Anyways,
so many
you talk about when you're at the office, you're at your job, whatever it is, it pops up.
When he did that. All right, let me touch on that real quick, because this is the one point I wanted to make about it. When he did it, 2 things crossed my mind. 3 things crossed my mind, actually.
Wait, someone's got their phone on.
Yeah,
we can hear it.
That shit.
Mute it.
Dave, chill, Dave.
The first thing that crossed my mind is like, all right, the president is definitely not in power. Like it's the industrial and military complex is just gonna reign supreme. We have to be at war continuously, endlessly. We're America.
But we're not really at war with Syria.
No, we're not. We're not. And this is my other question. I didn't know if it was just going to be a couple of missiles or are we going in with troops.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. But also, right before that shit happened, like 2 weeks before that, he hired this guy. I think his last name is Balmer. I think his name's Steve Balmer or something like that.
Okay.
The first name could be wrong. But he was like all for going into Iraq. He was one of the guys in Bush's campaign that was like, they definitely have weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, he's the one that
pushing that
false
whole
flagging
shit.
it.
And now Trump just hired him, and then 2 weeks later, he's on TV saying, "Yeah, we're going into Syria."
Whatever. Yeah.
And that speech that he gave,
that's crazy.
I was at work when I saw it, and I was like, "All right, I saw the headline. Let me listen to this real quick." I watched it for 5 minutes, and one thing struck me about it. I was like, one of the things Donald Trump is about is just talking out his fucking ass, right?
Yeah.
And then that speech looked so scripted to me. It was like someone was like in his ear.
The speech higher.
I was like, this is your first speech that looks scripted. And I was like, he's not calling this shot.
Yeah, I mean, when I felt with the whole Syria attack, because I remember I was working, like I was delivering pizza and shit. So like I was just seeing my feed, people like, oh, we're going to World War III, we're going to World War III, and I'm like, are we really going to World War III? Because I feel like as much as, you know, I'm not on the side of, obviously I'm not on the side of the conservatives and shit like that. But at the same time, on the left, like I feel like sometimes we over fucking react.
Yeah,
dramatize
both sides.
Yeah, because we're not reading. We're just reading headlines. We love sharing it. We love
that's the problem.
Trump dumping.
That's
we love
the problem
doing that shit.
when there's a lot of people in one group. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Because the opinions get heavily swayed.
Exactly. And then we're learning about the chemical attack or whatever. And then it seemed like it was.
There's always
measured. It seemed like a measured attack or whatever. But then I started watching some other news program where they were out in Syria, and the people in the fucking neighborhood where there was a chemical attack, they were like, "No, there was no chemical attack. There's attacks all the time, but there was no chemical attack."
Right. Yeah,
they were like, it was.
Is that true or not? Exactly.
Yeah, it was like they were rebels that knew that if they set up a false flag, Americans in the West would come out there and distract them so they could get away from. Assad. So it's just like, yo, there's so many moving pieces out there. When you're sitting in your home or wherever on your phone or whatever, and you read the headlines, like, yo, that is so far from the truth of what's happening out there. Like, I don't even know what the fuck is going on Main Street in Nebraska. Why the fuck would I know what the fuck is going on in Syria?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. This is ridiculous.
Great point.
But that doesn't mean he's not an asshole.
But back to like what we were saying a little bit before the show is like, I feel like he's just gonna make blanket statements and say, "Oh, I support Trump, I support this," but he, like, even if he does interviews coming up, he's not gonna come up there and be like, "This is why."
No, he won't.
Like, I don't see that. He'll just say, "Oh yeah, I fuck with Trump." That's it. Like, you know what I mean? Just for attention. That's why I think it's just attention.
I think it'll go as far as he feels, and I agree with him.
That's probably how the interview is gonna go.
Yeah,
it depends.
I don't know. I just think that where he's maybe trying to come from is, you know, people that historically have voted Democrat need to second guess, and I think folks are. I mean, we don't need Kanye West to realize that the Democratic Party is corrupt too and full of shit and is out for themselves. But he's trying to attach himself to the conversation of folks need to think outside of the Democratic Party. But folks have been talking about it. Like, he was on Ebro in the morning and shit like that, and Ebro was like, "Yo, motherfuckers been out here talking this shit. Where you been at? Like, if you really about this, where you been at?"
But
that's not entirely true though, because I mean, I'm not saying Hillary blatantly fixed the fucking election, and nobody said that shot went right over everyone's head. No one gave a fuck
because everyone hated.
Wait, what happened now?
She blatantly fixed the election, the Democratic
convention.
Yeah, Dude, it was, and then the guy that supposedly like leaked the information was like found dead.
Dead 3 days later.
Yeah.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
FBI agent.
Dude, that shit is crazy.
How'd he die?
Murdered. He was.
I'll look it up.
Of course he was murdered.
I'll look it up.
Dun dun dun.
But was it like real live murder, like, or was it like some
Real live murder?
like like he was, or was it like some
It wasn't like no,
they found him dead from a heart attack or some wild
heart
shit?
attack shit. No heart attack shit. I don't think-
Like somebody choked him
I
out.
think it was natural causes that killed that man.
Oh, it was definitely wasn't natural causes. That's for damn sure.
But they stopped talking about that real fast. They stopped bringing that up.
Yo, they talk about the trailer bodies that the Clintons
This guy Seth
left
Rich.
behind them.
Murder. What is Seth Rich?
Murder of Seth. That shit is Seth
was an American
Rich.
employee of the Democratic National Committee who was fatally shot in Bloomingdale neighborhood of Washington, D.C.
Crooked Hillary.
As of May 2017, the shooting is still under investigation. The shooting spawned several right-wing conspiracies, including the claim that Richmond involved with the leak of DMC emails. I mean, it may be a conspiracy. I'm just saying. It's not conspiracy that she fucking rigged the election.
No, that's pretty common knowledge.
That's what I'm saying. So, and that was supposed to be your guy, Bernie, right? But no one. You took that on the chin. You didn't say nothing. So, a lot of people are full of shit. Just like the people who said that they like the people who didn't say they'd vote for Trump ended up voting for Trump. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It'd be like the people who were hiding that shit.
Right.
So a lot of people are like out here bullshitting.
That's a fact.
Period.
Facts from Frank.
If you're like
facts.
overwhelmingly on the left or overwhelmingly on the right, I can't trust your opinion. If you're far right and far left, I can't trust your opinion because your opinion is skewed by bias.
That's why I don't trust
ideological bias.
I don't trust anyone that says they only listen to hip hop. No,
damn, you don't trust me then.
I don't.
I'm playing.
Because you don't have a wide
variety.
I don't even listen to that much hip hop anymore. Bro, I've been like stuck on such a Sinatra wave at work every day.
That's awesome,
yeah,
though.
that shit was
bro.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And then also, I just, you know what came on the radio on the way here? Anthony Hamilton, Charlene. I was like, oh my God, I haven't heard this record in so long.
That's a minute.
That shit was so beautiful to me. I don't know.
It's good to switch it up though. Like having the Frank Sinatra run around the office is awesome.
So you get more work done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What'd you guys think about Cole's album quickly?
Yeah, I thought that. I like it. I love it, actually. I think it's pretty dope.
Knowledge.
Yo, I went from not understanding why the fuck
this.
people thought he was dope. Like, I just didn't know. I'm like, why? I don't get
Really?
it. Listen, though. I went from, like, I don't get it to, like, yo, he all right, to actually liking him a lot.
Like, how did that happen?
I guess, like, coming across more, just seeing more of his shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's
Just
not
over-
really
just
out
over
there,
the
like,
years?
Just over the years, like, the first it was like, yo, J. Cole is the
You
ill,
definitely
illest,
gotta
J. Cole is.
dig
And I'm
this.
like, yo, and I hear it, and to me, his rhymes wasn't really all that. It's like, so,
Right,
what is it about
right.
this motherfucker that y'all hold him in such high regard?
Did he produce this album? His whole
Yeah,
album?
he produced
The
it.
whole- the
he
whole
sung
album
the
again?
whole shit. He rhymed the whole shit. He made all his own videos.
That's why I really fuck with him, man. This dude's super talented.
But a lot of people produce, though.
A lot of people. I mean,
Yeah,
we
but-
all do that shit, man. How many videos you made?
I'm just saying, a lot of people do. He's still dope at it.
he's definitely dope at it. He's definitely
What's
dope.
What's the name of the album? KOD.
Yeah, KOD.
I like
Kids on
KOD,
Drugs.
man. I thought that
But there
shit
was three, right?
It wasn't Forest Hill Drives, and that's why a lot of people was not really.
The first five, I told Kenny the first 5 songs I heard, I was like, all right, I stopped listening to it, and I'm like, I'm gonna come back to this.
It ends strong because you're right. The beginning, like the opening track, to me is weak.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm
track.
saying. I was
Really?
like, I was like,
The beat is just like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yo, it's still crazy. Still blows my mind how so many people that are like mine that have so many different opinions on music.
because
He's
it's
feeling
so
it. He's feeling
subjective.
it.
Yeah, man.
I'm feeling the first track.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, you told me that.
The first track. Which one is the first track?
We talking about
It might
first
be
one.
KOD. I think it's KOD.
Oh yeah, I fuck with that shit.
How that shit?
This is what you call a flip. 10 keys to
Yeah, I
the
thought that
call.
shit
Yeah,
was pretty dope.
I didn't. Yeah, I was not riding. I was
Yeah,
not
I
vibing with that.
at all.
You know why? Because it
It's
threw me
cold.
off. It threw me the fuck
WaveO.
off.
Yeah.
Hearing him doing the popular rap.
Did he sound like Kendrick?
Yeah.
To me,
So,
I'm not. No,
yeah.
it's not intentional.
Minute,
but-
minute, minute.
Yeah.
To me, he did too.
Yeah, he
that's
he
what
definitely-
I got a lot of Kendrick vibes off that.
And I
That's
just
the
feel
first
like,
person move. That's the
yeah,
first
it's like, is he listening to people that saying his style is very one sided? Because it kind of is, and it's just like, even if you put him in the '90s context, he would be all right. You know what I mean? People are like, oh, they love him because he's that '90s vibe. All right, but if you
Right.
put him in the '90s, he's right in the middle. He
I
ain't
feel
bad.
like
He ain't
don't
great.
He give you food for thought with his music. His music is not something like you just like passe. You just listen to it.
Right.
You really gotta knock. You gotta really knock it. And that, most people don't want to do that. Most people don't want to like focus when they listen to music.
For sure.
So like J. Cole goes over most people's head. Like, you know, this dude graduated magna cum laude at his college. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? This is a knowledgeable person. So he tried to drop knowledge and still reach millions of people. And it's a lot harder now because most people don't even want to hear that shit. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? It's crazy.
Yep.
Most people, their thought process ain't thinking like that.
Yeah. Yo, what's getting into you, WaveO, man? What's good, bro?
My man, Kitty Shade, bro. You know, I'm out here grinding, doing the right thing like Spike Lee, man.
WaveO.
That's a fact.
So how'd you get the name WaveO?
Man, I've been wavy.
Because he's wavy.
Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I was probably drinking in like 9th grade, 8th grade, and like when I got older, I just really started getting real wavy. Like, I'm always known for having bottles, Henny, Remy. You know, like, that's me. If it was a Friday night, like, I kept a bottle with me. That's just natural for me. Like, if we was going to a party or we was getting lit, Wave got it. I got the wave.
Yo, your vibe is potent, man. It's transparent.
He's always been a good dude, man. I know him for a long time.
Not only in person, like you just come across like a great human being in person, but also online. It's very transparent. Like the person that you actually are, you're not like faking the funk, and like everything's genuine, organic, and it's flavorful.
That ass. Try to be myself, like, and it's hard. Like I wasn't good at social media, like.
But you are. You're like literally one of my like top account, like my top 10 accounts that I like.
It's fun. It's funny.
And I keep telling you, doing what you do because you. All it takes is one of those fucking dumb videos you have.
My man's tell me that all the time. He's like, yo, that shit, yo, you should go viral, man. Like, you should go viral.
Yo, what's your Instagram so people can hear it?
_WaveO. _WaveO. Just
all right,
like
I'm gonna follow that shit.
_wave
WAV.
What do you post on more?
Like, what do I post most? Like, probably.
No, like which platform you use most?
Oh, I use
Snap
Instagram.
or Instagram.
Nah, you know what? That's a good point. I use Snap. Like,
you snap a lot.
I use Snap a lot. Snap has become water, and like it's crazy because I remember when people weren't even like literally. People was like, "Yo, I don't fuck with Snap." I'm like, okay. And literally,
he saw the future.
Started like now you just like you want to get somebody's number. Fuck that. Yo, what's your Snap? Now we're connected. You could live in fucking Florida.
That's true.
I tell you, yo, I'm out in Florida. We linking up like that. It doesn't even. I don't even need to call you. I don't need to text you. And now the phone, the app does itself. Like, you can FaceTime and everything.
Crazy.
So
yeah,
that's how a lot of people be eating. I know people that don't have phones still connected through that.
Yeah. Yo, that's so true.
I don't even have
You ain't got
Snapchat.
no number and you still connected. That's real. But
You
now
could
I
have just the
definitely
iPod.
snap a lot.
Back in the day when motherfuckers just had iPods.
Yeah.
Right? Yo.
My
You
boy
had to
Larry
carry
had
your
that shit.
phone and your iPod.
Yo, I remember in like
Yeah.
2000 in college, we used to go to Virginia Beach and we'd be like asking bitches for their email address because that was the shit.
Wow.
Yo, what's that web link, shouty?
That's
Damn, that's throwback.
Yeah, it was
That was
throwback.
screen
Get that
name.
email.
Hey, what's your aim? What's your aim?
Screen name was on the way.
Yo, aim was lit.
Yo, is homeboy from what's the name of the group? Passing Me By. Far Side. Homeboy, we interviewed them at over SOBs years ago. He's like, yo, what's your Instagram? I said it's whatever the Hangover Takeover. He's like, all right, it's cool. I'm gonna follow it, but if y'all boring, I'm unfollow you.
Huh.
Which one?
Did he unfollow you?
Booty
Nah.
Brown.
Okay,
Nah,
that's
he
good.
didn't unfollow.
But that's real just to say, like, don't be playing these games. I had to tell my mans one time, like, yo, you really bringing that serious shit. Like, yo, that's Facebook shit that you doing right here. This is Instagram. You gotta take that Facebook shit up the block. Like,
Was he
you know what I
posting
mean?
like scripts and
Nah,
shit?
I'm saying out in public, like, you know what I mean? Like, we live in an Instagram lifestyle right now. You hugging and kissing, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that's not what we doing. We keeping it vulgar. Like, you go in your IG, I don't know, some people, they got these Instagram models, you got, certain people making jokes, you got your fat boy SSCs, you got dudes that is making jokes and shit, like, bruh, Facebook, it's your grandma. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you're a
Say
social
happy
media
birthday
manager?
to your son or something like that. Me, no.
Yeah.
I manage my social media well though.
I fuck with
I
that.
try to as best as I can.
He's like, I don't know about your brand, but mine's lit.
But nah, brother, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, that's a big branding. Like, yo, branding is big. Like, I try.
Yo, it's everything.
It is.
It is.
You know what you should do? You should reach out to like that Fat Boy, whatever that guy's name. That guy's
like,
funny as shit.
That's a big thing on.
Or people like that and
yeah.
do skits with them.
Yeah, like literally just like, you know, being more out there. Like, hey man, what's up? Like, yo, putting that effort in just to say like, yo, I'm trying. You know, I wanna see if I can work with you. Anybody, really, like that's the big thing. Try to help with my mans and my friends, you know, like people that I work with, like, yo, we could do skits, like we know people that can make, you know, videos and stuff like that. Like, yo, you gotta put it out there. Content is what people like videos,
Consistent content,
yes,
yeah.
consistent content, yes sir, that's a fact.
Have you thought about doing skits? Like,
Yeah, but like I don't even know how to get it done, like with other people, you know, and like draw it
you
up.
kind of need a little team.
Yeah, you need like a little team to really start that out. Is, you know, more importantly, a camera, because I feel like, you know, you get the right camera, you could really do.
Bro, you get somebody with that iPhone X,
Yes.
that camera's legit.
No, really.
Yeah.
That's how real it is now. Like, I was just thinking about that. Like, yo, you don't need much now to like record stuff. Like, you got your phone, you can make shit lit.
Yeah.
Real.
We're not that many phones away from being able to shoot music videos on them shits, bro.
Yeah, not at all.
Bro,
I mean, I think we're here
did
now.
you see-
We're pretty much there.
I was gonna say that iPhone X camera is legit.
Yeah,
Legit.
if you have legit lighting, then yeah. You can
And I think the Google, like the Pixel 2, that shit is like insane too.
Nah, the Google phone, they stepped their shit up. A lot of like, that's the thing. iPhone been like, you know, kind of lacking in that. They just stepped their shit up. Like, Samsung phones, elite. Like, you still can't put your iPhone in the water. Samsung business. Like, that, I think that's whack. I thought the new 7 you could do that. Broke my phone like the first day I got it.
No.
I got in a dunk tape.
True
with my
story?
phone. True story. Got in a dunk tape with my phone. Like, oh yeah, my shit waterproof. It's like, put it down. Try to like charge the shit. I'm like, what happened? Like,
Hey, yo.
I went there like, what happened? How? Like, why can't you? Why can't you? You know, put your phone in water. I thought it was water. You know, waterproof. It was like, no, water resistant. What is that?
That means you could be in.
Isn't that the same thing?
Nah,
Goddamn.
yo, for
That means you
real.
could be in a sun shower. That's about
For
it.
real. It's like when it rains and the water is not touching the bottom of the phone, then you good. Anything else, you're done. Heard you.
Yo, they have this new thing. I don't know if any of y'all saw it, called Future History, where I'm gonna read what it says. This shit is crazy. It says, "What if you had news alerts and live streams during the chaos of 1968? Watch it all unfold in our new series, Future History." Right? So I woke up. I think it was like Saturday morning. And it was the first thing I saw on my phone. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It said, 1968. So I hit it, and then like it was like my phone was actually ringing. And then, so basically what they did was they're telling stories of history in 1968, but it's as if you're watching it on your fucking cell phones.
phone.
It's crazy the way they did
What?
it.
It's an
So
app?
it's like, no, it's not an app. It's some new shit that they doing on BuzzFeed.
Oh,
Search
no,
Future
BuzzFeed,
History, right?
yeah.
Yo, I learned so much shit about 1968 in like
Really?
20 minutes that I probably
Damn.
would have never learned. But the way they did it is ill, because they told like a story about Eartha Kitt, how she was a pop star and she went and she did the Batman show, but she became like an activist and she went into the White House. And like for instance, the way they had it is like as they're telling the story, they like, so the president's wife or the first lady got in contact with Eartha Kitt, and they showing like text messages and shit. Yo, you think you'd be down to come to the White House? And she hitting her back like, oh yeah, for sure. And then they show, yo, it's crazy.
Wow.
The way that I can't explain it. I can't give it to you the way it is, but check it out. It's called Future History,
Dope.
and it, they're only a few minutes long, right?
And that's on what page is that?
It's BuzzFeed. It's like
BuzzFeed.
you know how you got like the news,
Yeah.
news pop ups on your
It's
phone.
It's on.
It's called
Snapchat.
Future History. Like the second one was about the race to space, and the third one is the death of Martin Luther King all in your phone. Like, it's like watching it as it's live today.
That's crazy.
In a live feed. But the way they did this shit is so ill. I was telling one of my homeboys in the weekend to check it out.
That's nice.
Check that shit out, man. It's real ill. Maybe we could talk about that shit next week. Future history on BuzzFeed.
If you could go back to any period in time, what would it be?
That's like a crazy question, man.
If I could go back to,
because there's so many times I want to go back.
But I feel like the older I get, it changes. Like obviously we've all thought about or had that question asked to us a number of times, and I feel like it changes as we get older and understand our world and history. I'm just curious to see what y'all think.
I mean, I'd be afraid because if you go too far back, you pop up and get shot.
There's no too far back, brother.
You show up and look around and be like, damn, nigger.
Right. I mean, for me,
there's no too
that's not that far back.
Right. How far back you want me to go, my nigga? Right. Like, shit, like.
Go back to before they.
I gotta go back to like 72.
What you talking about? 20 years?
72. I'm talking
5 years.
Yo, you better be talking.
Nah, but we could go back to like real talk. We go to like the after the Great Migration, like right after.
But would you automatically be safe? Because
Nah, I mean, it was
my thing would be like, I want to go see like 20 years before the Egyptians. You know what I mean? Like
that's a good topic.
Like,
I would have to go into ancient times. Like I wouldn't be in America.
You gotta be careful being like. Think about it. Egyptians had slaves too.
Would I be safe?
Right.
And they had white slaves too. So.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
what I'm saying.
Too far.
Yeah, would I be safe though? That's what I'm saying. Even like Jesus times.
Yeah, no. It's like
go
that
back
movie.
to the construction.
Dude, there was you can do anything back then and pretty much get away with it.
You bring your iPhone back with you?
There's no
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
that'd be crazy.
There's no service.
So what? Take videos.
I remember a movie.
Where you gonna charge it though?
I remember a movie.
I'm gonna get one good video out that motherfucker.
Everything.
I'm gonna get one good one. There's gonna be one really good fucking video, man.
For real.
Yo.
Oh
Like Jesus, just stay there. Just stay there. Don't move.
Yo,
Don't
Jesus, hold that pose.
Hold that pose right there.
Yeah, I'd go back to the time before guns and take a little pistol.
Oh man.
And shoot one mother. Pow! and they blow the whole world mind. They be like, I don't know what that shit is, but
you would just walk around like
just with a pistol. Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Gunslinger and shit. What's up?
Nomad the God.
Yeah, because you pulled that. I think it was a movie.
Well, people would think you were like a god or something.
Yeah.
Where they go like back in the days. It was one I remember that had Martin Lawrence, and it was one that had Rudy from The Cosby Show.
Black
one
Knight?
of those movies, right?
A Black Knight.
Black
One of them
Knight.
motherfuckers pulled out a
Hilarious.
lighter.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
And had a lighter
That
and
was
was like,
him.
shh. And the whole town was like, oh.
Well, that's
This motherfucker had a big lighter.
That was Black Knight. He pulled out and then he was like, I can make fire. And then we have fire.
right. Yeah, I remember that.
We have fire. And then like he was saying he can make whatever. They fucking shot a flaming arrow. It was funny though.
That's actually a play off of
That's such a good movie.
Old
That's
movie
throwback.
called The Court Jester with Danny Kaye. Like this was like from the 50s and 60s, and he went back in time, and he got arrested or whatever. And he said he was a magician. He couldn't make magic happen. Anyway, he said he was going to make the sun disappear, and he was like on the guillotine or whatever. And it just so happened that a solar eclipse happened, and he made the sun disappear. And everyone started going crazy. Make the sun come back. And he was like, oogity boogity. And then obviously the moon, you know.
What would you go back to
At
this time in your life?
I know what I would.
I would probably go back to like Timbuktu. Like I would be in and around one of those areas where they had like the Library of Alexandria and shit like that.
Yeah, like shit like that's crazy, man.
Yeah, shit like that would be crazy. If it's outside the country. If it's inside the country, some period, like obviously right after slavery.
These are right after slavery.
Yeah, like after the Great Migration, you know, finding a town that's not too close to.
I don't think I would survive. I wouldn't survive. If I had to, like, I would have to be like, make sure I'm safe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yo, I would go back to 1981 and be the nicest nigga rapping.
I was just gonna say. You took my shit, bro.
That's a good one.
I go back there with my lyrics and
That is
shit, and be the nicest nigga with the lyrics.
I was just gonna say I was gonna go to 88 and bring my Pro Tools with me.
What I would have. Yeah, that would be
Fuck
dope.
everyone's head up.
Damn.
You fuck everyone's head up with Pro Tools alone.
Eminem's legacy would be fucked.
Who?
They'd be like, yo, you heard this dude?
Oh my god. Yo, but if you go to 81 though, that would be insane.
That's different. Yeah, that's lit.
Did you guys see the Roxanne?
I did not watch that shit.
I think we live in the best time period ever, though.
It's a great. It's.
I think it's the best time to be
alive.
alive. Period.
You could order.
I don't even think there's an argument.
What a time to be alive.
It depends on your perspective. Because if you young and you want to live good, you want to get money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a time where you can create, you can come up with good business, and you can do good things. You know what I'm saying? Or you can go back to a time where, you know, knowing what I know today, I go back and rob a couple banks. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they ain't got. You know what I mean? You can get away with anything. No cameras.
I always think about that. The Wild Wild West, bro.
You know what was crazy?
You just rob a bank and then you just
go to the next
ride
state.
your horse to another state.
You're good.
That's
they
it.
Never knew you.
Another state. Yo, son, you go to another
federal
neighborhood.
There's no federal laws.
2 cities down.
Yeah, you're right.
But you know what though? Listen, I lived in Tucson 4 years, and in Tucson, the laws are still the same pretty much as they were back then when it comes to weapon carrying. And the only real law in Arizona is that you must have your gun in a holster where people can see it. And if you think about it, the laws are made for the quick draw. Because at the end of the day, the only thing caught went, well, did he have his gun right on his hip? Okay, motherfucker, you were too slow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's no case. That's the only law. You be 18 years old, you go to a store with an ID and buy a pistol. The only law. You have if you get pulled over, you gotta have the fucking gun in a seat next to you. But that's the only law. You just have to have it where people can see it. And it's made for the quick draw.
That's scary. You
know what I'm saying?
That's scary.
But that's real.
Are you guys
like
opposed to guns? Are you guys opposed to guns?
Not at all. I am
at
an avid. Listen, yes, I want as many guns as I can get my hands on.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? In a legal way.
Oh,
You know?
yeah.
Like,
What do you think about the
Guns don't kill
Killer Mike shit?
I don't know.
Oh, what happened again with that?
About NRA? He said something.
Yeah,
See, that's kind of like
he did an interview with the NRA
where one side goes way too far. Like,
Right.
like you got Killer Mike doing all this shit for the Democratic Party, like interviewing Bernie Sanders and shit. And then when I went on Twitter, I was like, these people are frying him just for saying that he's like supports the Second Amendment and shit.
Well, they were mad because they're sensitive because he did an interview with another NRA member who happened to be black.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And they were like, people had an issue with it. The left had an issue with it. I mean, it's just like,
I feel like if you are for the gun laws, then you just don't know what kind of time we're in, because the main reason that no country in the world could roll up to our fucking beaches and run up in here and take us all out is because you can't make it through Coney Island without a gang of niggas in the projects pulling out, because we all have guns.
I've heard that argument a lot.
I'm gonna call
bullshit on that.
It is what it is.
It's fucking 2018. Like right now, if I'm China or if I'm Russia, I'm not gonna attack you by bringing my boats on your shores or military on your shores. I'm gonna fuck with you on the internet. I'm gonna fuck with you with your voting. I'm gonna fuck with you, so many other ways. Like
when it comes
World War II. Like,
when it comes to war and taking, I'm not talking about. I mean, you can fuck up maybe the economy or whatever, or the internet or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But actually coming in here and killing us all off, like the times where whatever happened.
I'm sorry, if the Russian military was at Coney Island and they had AKs, they're killing us all. Not everyone is prepared.
There's no way they can come into a country. There's no military in the world that can come into a country with millions of people and take us out like that. It's not gonna happen.
It's not to protect us from other countries. It's to
protect
protect us from our own country.
Yeah, it's supposed to protect us from the government.
From our own government.
That's
like
that's why.
If we ever go into a police state or whatever, or if they really just want to like shut shit down, and then it's like.
But they would have to get like for that to happen though. They would have to get like people from other towns to come into a different town. Because like if I'm policing a town that I live in, I'm not going to be kind of crazy with this shit. Like you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. Cops are individuals too.
Yeah,
and even the military.
But what you're saying is 100% right. It is having our weapons when the founding fathers made the laws was to protect us from our own government, because it wasn't like it is now back then. Back then, if you had a musket and shot somebody in fucking Tennessee, all you got to do is go to fucking Louisiana and you're good.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, God forbid it came to that. It'd be an interesting time because there's a lot of cops. I mean, once they make it like blue lives versus everyone, then they're like quick to support the blue lives. But there's also a lot of cops where if it became like government versus us, like they don't fuck with the government either. You know what I mean? So it's like that'd be an interesting time.
I think we need to stop giving people fucking like groups to like join, like the Democratic and Republican Party. We have to do away with that shit. Because then it becomes my team versus your team.
Right.
And I feel like I'm beating a fucking dead horse saying this because it's so obvious to me that has to happen.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what scared me today about Bitcoin, kind of? I was just listening to this other kids take a perspective on it. And the blockchain, meaning the blockchain basically has every transaction that ever happened when you have that Bitcoin. So it's like someone with a $100 bill, and then every single person that held that $100 bill's name is written on it, and like the date it transferred and all that shit. And so they were basically saying, yeah, when it's right, the government's going to come out with their own Bitcoin. And then, like, it's going to be the wave and whatnot. But then they're going to start doing away with cash. You know, and now it's like everything's going to be taxed because everything's on everything. Every transaction is recorded.
Right.
So basically, we're just just one step closer to everything. That's why they're doing this with the phone, like Apple Pay. Oh, just swipe your phone, just swipe that, because eventually they just want every transaction in the blockchain and be on your phone. Or
that's right, every transaction.
So they can just track you everything. Yeah.
And they'll say, "Don't you want to know who bought that gun?"
But then that's why that's why there's like cryptocurrencies like Monero that cannot be tracked. That shit cannot be traced at all.
It scared me though. Like I was just like, imagine they do away with cash. Like,
They're
a long way from it happening, but it will happen slowly but surely.
You think that's definitely gonna happen?
Yes.
You're like.
I mean, we're already carrying
because it's
plastic.
taxation.
It's 2018.
Yo, what pisses them off more than anything?
Not paying.
I'm gonna keep it 100. My uncle's in jail right now, right? One of the main reasons is not just because like certain shit that he did, but it was just because he had money that wasn't getting taxed.
They didn't know about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was the main reason.
Yeah.
And then so that pisses them off more than anything else.
Not paying your fucking tax.
Oh, you got money that's not getting taxed?
But the thing that bothers me the most about that is the fucking. You could look this up. The government, the Pentagon can't account for $6.5 trillion worth of taxpayers' money. So it's okay for them to fuck up, and on top of the fucking $20 trillion debt that we're already in. Do you know what I mean? The deficit that we're already in.
If they wanted to stop the deficit, it was also the same kid saying this shit. He was like, we wouldn't be worried about just our spending and all that shit. We would just go back to the gold standard.
But there's not enough gold to back.
But everything. That's why it's almost like we're almost too far gone. Because like we would have to, there had to be some rampant rehaul of everything, and everyone would have to like
this
get
system
back there.
will. I'm on your team with that, man. I think this system is archaic and it's old.
Yeah.
And they're looking for a system, but they're not going to transition until they figure out how to do it for themselves.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just like with the cannabis industry. They're going to make it illegal up until big pharma and the government can figure out how to tax it.
They're trying to regulate the internet, bro.
Right. Of course they are.
So that's once that shit happens, currency's next.
I think it's too late for that though.
Too late
to regulate the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of think so too.
What do you mean it's too late?
I think
it's too late to regulate.
There will always be ways to go deeper.
We have the podcast.
Yeah, but there's always ways to go deeper and deeper in the internet. Like I feel like there's always going to be like corners of it that you
can end
up
restricting shit.
They can, but then individuals are going to have to get smarter on how to
get
around it. There's always ways.
That would be one thing I would riot for.
What?
Like if they like shut down the internet.
The information.
If they shut it down?
No, like just I'm not like shut it off.
Censored it crazy.
I'm talking like if they censored it crazy.
Like it turned into China.
Like
you can't go to Netflix.
Yeah. You can't go to Facebook. You can't go to YouTube.
Or they create their own Facebook.
They have their own YouTube out there.
They just try to control the stream
in China.
Yeah, in China they got their own YouTube.
Just real quick, these prominent artists have unfollowed Kanye West: Drake, Jaden Smith, Janelle Monáe, Kendrick Lamar, Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, and The Weeknd.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
That's news.
That shit is
what
whack, son.
What artist? That's
the problem.
That's the headline, though.
That is a headline.
I mean, but that's the headlines of our times. That's kind of crazy.
Oh, I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying it because it's relevant to the conversation earlier. Like, are people taking him serious? And I think people are, because sadly, social media means that much. And if you unfollow someone, that's sending a shockwave.
Then in real life, you must be unfollowing them. Because I feel like social media, that's that play right there. Like, if I don't fuck with you in real life, social media doesn't make me fuck with you anymore. Like,
definitely.
But, like, for these famous people, like, you know, we see
Kanye
Drake
West.
shaking Kanye's hands like, damn, like he unfollowed him. Thought he didn't fuck with him.
Right.
I think
Drake don't
they
be
more
talking about any
likely
politics anyway.
they do that shit for their followers.
Yeah,
Let me
exactly,
unfollow
exactly,
Kanye,
exactly.
so my followers who
Yeah.
feel, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I think that's pretty much it. Because I mean,
True.
most of what people say,
They're not even watching their own fucking timeline.
Most people
They're
are
not.
bullshitters. Period.
Or yo, WaveO, let's get back to your music though, man. I don't want to
I
get too caught up.
appreciate you, Ken.
It's our first episode back, so we just try to cover a lot of ground in a short amount of
Very
time.
important. I like what y'all talking about. It's real too. I ain't, you know, shit is deep.
Yeah, much appreciated, man. Fuck yeah.
That's what we try to do.
Yeah, so
Sometimes.
let's get into one of your records.
Oh,
Fuck
my man.
Yeah, of course, bro.
Which one you want to play?
Which one you want to play first, bro?
You can play Money Hungry. Money
All
Hungry.
right, got you. It's Money Hungry by WaveO.
Nah, man, I'm saying it's just the energy. The energy that I'm getting from people. It's all love, man. It's all love. That's what we here for. Yo, Bob, good looking, my Jesus. Appreciate you.
Beloved.
Look. Double F.
Yeah.
When you come from where I'm from, you just know the game. Can't relate to a lot of dudes, they don't know the pain. Nowadays, my feelings is like Novocaine. I stress less, smoke more, zone out. Think about the future. Life is just a test, man. Them lessons there to school ya. I learn in the game without a book or a tutor. I still put in work, no pencil, no ruler. Classes in session, whipping ass be the lesson. Focus on your money, man. These niggas look depressing. Watch me make moves, $1,000 salad dressing. Went from standing on stoops to overseas overstepping. Shouts to my family, Lord knows it's a blessing. I've been grinding hard, ain't nobody tell me nothing. I've been grinding hard, ain't nobody tell me nothing. When the fam getting paper, that's when dudes get upset. By the hustle and the flow, you could tell who's up next. They love to see me fail, dead or in jail, no success. But I grind at my worst, like I only know my best. I've been stacking from the first, cause I can do these basic checks. I'm erasing the hating with basic statements, they flagrant. Started flaming the basement, now we rooftop blazing. Man, it feels so amazing, man, it feels so amazing. Life is just what you make it, life is just what you make it. I maneuver through mazes so I can find better ways. Distracted by materialistic love, riding the wave. I just fell in love with the grind and got out of my way. Niggas get exposed for not being 10 toes. Down with the movement, the idea is to remain the same. However, always be on some new shit. News clips, magazines, extra ammo. Catch me all black down or rocking a camo. Supreme being too hot for you mammals. I gave you rappers ample time to write your lies. I recognize your tracks was whack and the game was mine. I'm here to claim what's mine. I'm here to claim what's mine. I'm here to take what's mine.
Give me that.
Double F.
Give me that.
Give me that.
Give me that too, man. I'ma need all that.
Need all that. Dark skin Barry Gordy, man. You already know. They don't make them like me no more. You feel me? You feel me? You dig me? What's your worth? Double F. Shouts to my people. I wouldn't be here without you. Yo, Bob, good looking, my Jesus. For real.
That beat? Get the fuck out of here.
Money hungry.
WaveO.
My man, go
Bop.
man.
Family first.
Shout to Bop making
Yes,
the
DJ
beats,
Bop
kid.
Beats, man. You know, keep that shit connected.
2K
man.
Bop? He don't want it
Yeah.
2K.
No word?
Ask Bop. He came to my house like a long time ago after school, in high school, and I beat him down to Madden.
Nah, for real, for real.
Yeah.
Damn, that's funny. Bob play FIFA. Dudes be playing FIFA a lot. y'all fuck with the FIFA? I know Ven fuck with the FIFA.
Nah, I ain't on that.
Shit, is that nah? Keep it 2K though.
That's just fresh though, man. Fucking.
2K, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so you performing tomorrow night, SOBs, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Legendary
sir. That's
SOBs.
right.
That's
Yeah,
what's up, man.
First time there, man. I told myself I needed to, you know, get out here and start performing at places that
That's good for you,
dream
too.
for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm hyped, man. I'm excited for real.
I feel like your energy will come across real well too. Like
That's one thing.
it's
about
needed in New
performing.
York too, because
I
New York
really
people
hope so.
just
You
they
said
just
that
try and
last
ice
night.
grill everyone in New York.
Yeah, for real.
So you
that
need to
last
kind of just kill that,
Yeah. Bring that energy, that vibe.
remind
I got
people
it.
why they're alive and shit.
For real, man. It's real because, like, you know, like, naturally it come natural. Like, as if, like, I saw people on the street, like, you know, I just give off that energy.
Mhm.
Like, talk
Yeah.
as if I I'm right there, right next to you, standing next to you, talking to you, man. For real.
That's good, man. So what do you see as far as yourself posting music? Do you want to do a project, an album, or is that?
Yeah.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, I wanna. Right now, like, I've been making a lot of songs. I went in the studio. Every time I get in there, like, I try and bang out as many tracks as I can. And right
do you
now,
think you should just post the tracks though, or you want to make an album? Like the way the world we live in now.
It's like, I'm not gonna lie, the world we live in now, I see that it's like it's consistent content, and it's like, you know, the more you work, the more people respect your work. They see it, you know, and they respect it. That's really a big thing. So it's like, it's important to give people a lot of music, especially when you don't, like, people don't know you. So like right now, I'm making sure people know me. Like they know that I make music, that I'm consistent with it. I got different vibes, and you know, I'm trying to do as much as I can. You know, that really, like, I'm only promoting on Twitter, Instagram, and a little bit on Facebook, but really on Instagram, I'm promoting. Anybody that sees me on Instagram knows that I'm making music, and then Snapchat, I'll just send it to people. But really, it's like one track at a time, but you gotta have that. You gotta have a mixtape. You gotta have an album. You know, you EP, a lot of songs. Like, I work with people that got songs on songs on songs.
Yeah.
For me, like, albums right now, I'm not even album ready. I ain't gonna hold you.
Right.
I ain't album ready, but I got tracks.
You don't have to be. Just keep working on your craft, and I think like the more and more you work on your craft and develop it, and just keep projecting your energy into it, like, you're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Because you're a good blend of like personality and rapper. You know what I mean?
Thank you, for real.
Like, so it's like the shit that you making is nice. It's nice, and I notice it getting better and better. That's the thing. So just keep working on it, keep building. That's only my word of advice.
Thank you.
Because nowadays I don't think, like, for someone to be super nice and have no personality, no brand, it's almost like there's no lane for you.
Yeah.
And on the other way too, it's like for you to be super like popping on Instagram, but your shit is whack.
Yes.
Eventually, it's only gonna take you so far.
Exactly.
So I think, you know, just keep doing what you're doing, and that's
Right.
just gonna come together beautifully.
I appreciate that 120%, man. For
Yeah,
real.
of course, bro.
That's
Of course.
That's a fact, man. Right now, man, that's all I'm doing. Like, trying to, get people to see me. That's it.
Amen to that.
Where do you record?
Down in Soho. I work down in Soho at HTH Studios. I work with this dude, CJ Parchment. He's been an engineer for a few of my friends for a while. We met him up in White Plains. I forget what the
Where's the studio at?
In Soho.
Soho? Okay.
Yeah, studios in Soho. Fucking, it's great. It's real because, like, my first time there, like, I met the dude Mano and stuff. I was like, wow, it's crazy, Shook my hand. Polite dude. It's crazy, polite brother. You would think this dude super gangster, like he would be like unapproachable, but he was mad polite and humble. Like,
That's what's up. We met him one time in a parking lot.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That's real.
I felt like he was with his son, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I kind of don't want to.
He was like, you don't kind of want to talk to him. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, my boy makes beats, bro. We can send you some beats. He's like, yeah.
That's
he
real.
was mad. Yeah, he was mad cool. He's like, yo, take my email.
Yeah.
That's big too. I realized that, like, for people,
just to be approachable. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta give to get, though. Like,
It's crazy. That's
giving value.
the ones that you think aren't approachable and aren't cool. They're usually the coolest ones, and it's the ones that you think are like
Exactly.
friendly and cool that
They
end
be
up being
dickheads,
dicks
right?
away from the camera and shit.
The game, man. That's real. You ain't never lying.
Yo, did you see the Joe Button the pull up?
Yeah.
His new that shit was
Dope.
He got a
that
show?
shit was dope. Yeah.
A show?
Yo, Joe Button got a new show where he invited a bunch of rappers over to his house for brunch.
Yeah.
That's
And
a
it was
smart
like
ass
it was
show.
Charlemagne, Casanova, Mano.
That's a smart ass show.
Who else was with them?
Damn, it was Charlotte. Yeah, it was
Wayno
yes.
from the new WaveO from what is it? The shit with Joe Buttons and Academics.
Oh yes. Oh,
Now
that
WaveO
shit.
is one of the new dudes that was on there, or whatever, and they was basically sitting around talking
music,
music,
shop,
and
yeah.
just talking shop. But that shit is hard, man. It's almost
I wanna
like
see that.
a bite off the drink. Yo, it's 2 episodes up on YouTube right
Yeah.
now, and you can't like them shits are dope. At one point, it kind of seemed like Mano took a shot at Casanova. Like, cause Cass was just talking a lot of shit and getting real hype, you know, regular Brooklyn shit.
Right.
And then Mano said some shit about usually the loudest one in the room be like the softest dude. You know what I'm saying? And it was like a little side. It felt like a sideways jab.
Yeah.
But that's just one piece of it. It was
I didn't
a good
even
show.
take it that way. That's crazy you said that. Like, I didn't really take it that way, but
It was the
I mean,
comments.
It definitely was. It definitely was a comment that, you know, it builds off of what his character was really portraying. Like Casanova, you know what I'm saying? He's keeping it real. Like, yo, all I know was going to jail, being locked up, and that's all I had. So this is the way I am. This is the way I am. But I had to learn from that through being in jail. OGs taught me, like, yo, what you doing sagging your pants? Like, that ain't cool. and he was like, oh, word? I can't believe it. Like, it changed his whole demeanor through what somebody told him in jail. Like, that's where he learned manners and shit like that. Like, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Especially because this dude isn't that old. But, you know, you got to learn somewhere, man. Life is a lesson.
How do you feel about Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Is he a troll? Is he a troll?
No.
No.
That's what the internet saying.
He's set up. He's a setup. See, that's the thing about like social media now. Like he's a setup. He has like rainbow hair. Boom.
Good point.
Step one to get you like really, you know, popular. Now he has a whole bunch of gang members with him, and he's from Brooklyn. That's 2 and 3. Like
I believe he is. I
like-
believe he's the biggest troll.
Like, I mean, but you gotta understand that people nowadays, like, everybody's a troll. He's just famous for rapping. Like, everybody trolls. Man, you got 7,000 people commenting under your picture or photo or whatever you say, just because. Like, it's important to be seen as much as you can while you can, and then put out a song or sell clothing, something to get people to really like buy into what you're doing. He has 5 tracks that like went big.
All
The
5 of
Billboard.
them.
That's
Yeah.
another thing I want to get into is that Billboard, and everyone's breaking a fucking record nowadays.
Yo, literally.
It's so easy to break a record now.
You
That's
know
what it feels
yes.
like in everything, in sports and music.
How
Yeah.
motherfuckers
Every-
breaking
yeah.
records?
Every 2 seconds,
Sports.
somebody's
Nah, but
breaking
you
a
know
record.
the one thing about Tekashi that a lot of people don't know is he actually already had hits, but in another genre of music.
Right.
That made him big, like in
Right.
other countries.
Yes.
So he was already big doing
That's-
other music,
thank
and then
you,
he
I
just
love
did
it.
these rap songs. He already had a fan base
Thank
out of
you.
the
I did
U.S.
not know that at
Yo,
all.
I just
Love
found
it,
that
yeah.
shit out.
That's real.
And the thing
Talk
about
about it.
him
Talk
is,
about it.
I thought, like for a long time, I thought he was just some idiot fucking kid.
Yeah.
And then did you see his interview on the Breakfast Club?
Yes.
And the way he handled that shit, I
Yes.
thought that was pretty slick.
So
man.
you really think he's a troll?
I think he's definitely a troll. So he's definitely.
How do you spell his name? T.E. Kashi?
I don't know, but he's definitely
6ix9ine.
a troll. He pretty much says it.
He's
Yeah.
somewhat smart.
Like, look
Yeah,
at
he's
me.
Smart, yeah.
And he said it. I'm
Yeah.
a stupid looking kid. I got rainbow hair, and I got all y'all motherfuckers.
I fuck
But I
with
feel
shit.
like it should be different.
Like Donald Trump.
viewpoint. If it's like it's not trolling if you like control the troll. Like, you know, I mean, I feel like
It is
controls the power of like what happens to himself. Like people are going to look at you one way or another, but most people look at him and still like he has a lot of fans, like more fans than haters. I feel like it's not 50-50. I feel like he has more at least 70-30. More people.
A lot of it is just
Tekashi
like
than they hate him.
there's a lot of the hits. I'm sure it's just kind of like look at me now hits. Like I'm just going there for just to see it. Like I'm kind of neutral on it, you know, as far as like his brand.
I'm just in like whatever happens. Like
Like I wanted to see the interview because I was like I want to see what this motherfucker has to say. Like
Right? This whole time we haven't heard no words, like literally, like conversation.
I thought he handled himself well, like you said. I thought Charlemagne. That's when you need Charlemagne to be Charlemagne.
Right.
And
but
like
he couldn't be Charlemagne.
He was at some points though.
He tried.
He was like, all right, hang around for another year then, and that I think that was the most potent thing he said.
Right.
Like to me, it was, and it was almost like Tekashi knew. Like he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just do this album, then I'm done. I ain't fucking with rap. And he's like, all right, if you really hot, hang around for one more year, because we all know that this shit comes and goes. Like his whole gimmick is gonna come and go. Like 3 years from now, you think I'm gonna give a fuck about Tekashi 6ix9ine?
3 years.
I'm just saying that's
By the end of the summer, literally beginning of the summer, like it's crazy.
The thing about him is we didn't make him. Hip hop didn't make him. He was already made before this.
I'm trying to look.
You know what I'm
into
saying?
that.
Like you can't, like it's certain people you can't take out of here. You can't get Soulja Boy out of here. You cannot do it.
That was smart.
People like
dropped nothing. When's the last time Soulja Boy dropped?
Whether he dropped or not, you can't get people like him out of here.
Right.
You can't, because these people created themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what you cannot break what you didn't make.
Oh.
He stepped in here and he pulled the people all toward him.
He was talking reckless, but he was talking super facts, which is crazy.
Very.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
He's
and that
like,
shit,
I'm most popping in New York right now.
and he was real.
And it's a fact.
Yo, that shit when he said, I tell you, this is about to be your most viewed video.
Yes.
When he said that shit, I was looking like, nigga, you crazy.
Was it?
It
And
was.
yes.
It is.
By like the next day, the numbers was crazy. It's the most
I think I saw
viewed
it that day or the next
like
day.
that.
And there was a comment on it, and it was like, yo, refresh your shit and watch the numbers go up like 10,000. And it's crazy how many people were viewing it.
He was
in that time.
absolutely right.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And I watched him for everything Charlamagne threw at him. He just turned it around like, yo. And I really, listen, I'm not a fan of the fuck shit, as they call it. But I really appreciated the way that he handled himself. And I can admire a kid stepping to the plate like that and just saying it is what it is and being able to move through what we've seen over the years. Dozens of people go in there and get chewed up.
He put
you
a
would have thought
target
he
on
was
his
the
back,
main
though.
one.
Yeah.
He put a target on his
On
back.
purpose.
Yeah, he did.
On purpose.
Yeah.
But it might be too reckless in my opinion, because now you got
There was a shooting.
everyone in America just really
And he
looking.
was
There, you heard about the
out
shooting the
there
other day,
snitching. He was out
and
there
that's another thing
snitching.
we got to talk about. We
With
got to talk
Adrian
about
Broner.
them motherfucking
Adrian
Showtime
Broner fight.
fights that have been coming on every week now.
We might have to say that for next
Yeah,
week.
that's
Yeah,
lit. Was
I
that
mean-
free?
Oh yeah,
Was
what?
that free? The Showtime
Yeah,
fight?
yeah. Nah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Adrian Broner fight?
It wasn't Showtime. No, what? It was.
Is it
What,
the
not
Showtime?
CBS.
Showtime.
Was it Showtime?
All that, Showtime is showing these fights every Saturday. We can get into that
Word.
next week.
That's lit.
Showtime is anyway.
Yeah.
There was a shootout with
Adrian
Casanova,
Broner's people, right?
Tekashi 6ix9ine, some of his crew members in the Barclays shot at Casanova.
In the Barclays.
This was Saturday night.
That's crazy.
And there's a video.
And there's a video
I
of
did
it.
hear about it.
Shot up in the air. Niggas just shot up in the air like it's him saying just shot up in the air. Yeah.
See,
so-
he might be gone even
Yeah,
quicker
so
than that.
the internet is
It only
more
takes
funny
a
about
second
that,
to Troy
yeah.
Ave it, you know?
Right, for real. But
It was
I
the
like-
day of Adrian Broner's fights, right here.
It was right. It was in there right after the fight. It was when they were leaving the fight
Right.
in the Barclays.
I don't know. I feel like
Hold on. Under 2 shootings, bro. Oh my god.
he puts too much of a target on his back for like he's walking anywhere in the country, someone's just looking to world star him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
People would be.
and it could be someone that's not even anyone. It's just be like
People would wanna
oh, that's
shoot at
him. You know what? I just want to knock him out because he's small too.
Like Lil Xan.
and you could pick them out in the crowd pretty easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Shit,
That's
man.
why he walked.
And
with all them straightway
doesn't he have
dudes.
some potential like charges about messing with a minor? And I heard this goes back. I'm not trying to say.
Oh,
like,
really? I don't know.
He spoke about that on the radio also.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I heard like, and I'm just speaking kind of like off the top of my head. Like he was 19, she was 17. You know what I mean? Like
He
wasn't
had to
like.
get his GED, or else he was gonna go to jail.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He didn't get his GED. Something.
Charlamagne tried to throw that shit at him too.
Word. He's like, yo, you get your GED.
Yo, I got it. And he told Charlamagne, say congratulations. and he was like, some shit like that. And Charlamagne was like, congratulations.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I like the way that kid handled himself. I don't agree with the shit he does.
Right.
But he
And
may
I
be
don't,
too
but
smart
I
for his
really,
own good.
he
might be
is,
too
man.
smart for his own good.
He is, man, and he swayed a lot. There's a lot of people after that interview that looked at him very differently, like that went from looking at him as an idiot to you know what, he might just actually be a real live troll.
For 50
You know what I'm
cents to
saying?
fuck with him, like, I don't know. This dude is
What do you think about that?
co-signed him, meaning like he liked what he was doing. Like that's that 50 type shit. Like, yo, bully, like literally
Yeah, 50's
talking
first
that
song.
shit,
Yeah.
talking that shit, and just really having nobody, like, they can't stop you. Like, you could talk it, but until you lose, it's like you winning. You really winning. And that's the thing. He's winning on another level. Like, when you talk about tracks on the billboards, all that money he making, he's really winning.
Yeah, but what did Mike Tyson say? Everyone's
Yeah, but his
champ
people's
till you
his
get knocked the
people's are
fuck out.
losing, man.
Yeah.
His people are losing because they're fucking shooting people.
Yeah.
Like you shoot in broad daylight. One of
Right.
the shootings was in broad daylight.
Yeah.
But that's when shows ain't gonna book you no more.
Well, no, that like people are gonna go to jail over
Yeah.
some stupid
That's
shit in New York. If you know,
Yeah, you got the pistol.
There's
He's talking
cameras everywhere
3
in
to
New York,
5.
bro.
Facts.
the Barclays Center seen some crazy shit. Conor McGregor and then a shooting.
Oh man, yeah, right.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
They gonna tear that shit down. Yo, the Barclays Center is about to be a no-go, man. Real soon. They gonna change the rules around there, man.
You barely get in there with your cell phone.
Man, you can't get in that motherfucker with a Starbucks coffee.
What?
But niggas is getting in there with pistols? What's going on?
I don't get
They
that shit,
they
bro.
make you throw away a pack of donuts on the way.
Because every
in
time
there,
I
son.
walk through Barclays, I fucking, you have to walk through the security. Like, I still don't get that
I've
shit.
always had I've been to Barclays a lot. I've always had a good time there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't bring no weed pen. That's all I gotta say.
Really?
They got you?
Yeah, they'll take. They didn't get me. They got my boy.
Damn.
Yeah,
Stay
they'll take
woke.
that shit.
Get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
really?
Yep.
Damn.
Man,
Like,
I
they
went
take
to
my weed, but I can have my gun. All right, thanks.
That's crazy.
I went to a hockey game at the Barclays and I did not feel safe.
What you mean?
It was a bunch of drunk hockey, big
Enthusiasts.
white dudes with teeth missing, straight from Pennsylvania down here, and yo, they was 173% drunk as a motherfucker.
That
And I walked in there, right, and the shit, I'm like, yo,
Hockey fans. Get
I'm a
rowdy.
little late. I said,
That's
yo,
different.
what quarter is it? And they looked at me like I was crazy.
Yo, you came
Yo,
to the wrong.
that's exactly what I said, son. Yo, and the girl, she said,
Oh my god, just like that, yo.
it's the first period. Or some shit like that. I was like, oh, my bad. I looked around like, oh, shit, this don't
God.
feel right. Yeah, man, I did not feel safe, dog. I did not
But
feel
did they
safe.
really? Did they fuck with you though?
Nah, they didn't fuck with me, but I felt like any minute. Like, if I had stood on line to get food,
Yeah.
I would have been standing still too long.
Yeah.
Long enough for somebody to
Spotted.
say, hey, watch this, buddy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Come here, you motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Just
that-
throw
that shit
just randomly a beer just
Yo.
smack you across the face.
Right. It was that kind of. It was
Yeah.
that kind of.
Who was you at the game with though?
I was with my family, man. I was with my moms, a couple people from my job. My mom,
that sounds like a
I'm not
setup
gonna put.
with
I'm not gonna put it out there. But we got. I mean, we can get in there. You know what I'm saying? We get
okay.
tickets and
Cool,
shit sometime,
cool.
and it's just like, yo. Then we go we
Lit.
get a group of tickets for
Yeah.
different events, and we go like that.
Okay, so I mean, at least you had a few people with you. It wasn't
Oh
like-
yeah, but nobody that could protect me. Like it was my dukes.
Oh,
People I had to look after.
damn, King. I ain't
My
gonna-
baby, wife.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah, that sounds like the perfect New York Post story.
Yeah.
That
what?
shit just sound like a
Black
a
family at a hockey game.
Yeah, yo,
We
you
was
saw the
trying to
story.
kick it.
Not to bring this shit to a whole nother level, but you saw where the golf course called the cops on the two black ladies that are members.
Oh God.
Oh my god.
Yo, these bitches was playing golf and they said they was moving. The owner of the golf club's
When was this,
son.
recent?
Yeah, this was like a few days ago. This is in the Post.
Where?
Like in New York, like somewhere in the burbs or somewhere.
Yeah.
and the president or the owner of the country club's son was playing with someone, and it was like on the third hole, and you know about golf, like the third hole, like it just started, and like it's a courtesy. If you in front of me, you playing slower, you might like say let me play through, whatever, speak to me.
Word.
They said by the 9th hole they call the cops on these chicks.
What?
No, the cops were like, yo, we ain't arrested. Like, y'all bugging. Like even the cops were cool. They were like, we're not arresting no one here. You crazy.
Yo.
For what?
They arrested them because they're going too slow?
They didn't arrest them, but
I'm saying they wanted them to arrest them
What
because
are the police
they wanted them to remove them from the golf course that they were members of.
Oh my God.
Was there like
That's crazy.
a verbal dispute?
Yes, there was a verbal dispute. Yes, on one of the holes.
How old
third.
were these? Were they older?
Middle age, 40s.
Imagine that was your mother, bro.
And not only that, these particular women
You'll
are
fuck
part of
somebody
a
up.
bigger, like, all-female, like, black golf travel league. Like, these chicks ain't just, like, hackers.
they
Like, they've
nice.
played across the country, across the world.
That guy
they're
played
nice
himself.
with
He
it.
played himself.
He said
Yeah.
like, yo,
Call the
we'll play you
police.
for this course.
Yeah, that would have been
one-on-one
dope.
right now.
That'd have been dope.
Dudes need to know the name of that golf course.
I'll find it.
Country club. For real.
Yeah.
Name of that country club.
They about to get paid, though. They about to own that shit.
Speaking
they
of
gotta
golf,
get
let's get some rounds in, man.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just go to the driving range.
Right.
I'm with it, bro.
Hey man,
Fix
I
Kenny
never-
double tap.
Range. I don't know about.
I never
my,
played real golf before. I would love to play with you guys though.
Yeah.
It's
This
fun.
summer we about to do this shit.
Get a
about
cart,
my
get some
putting,
beer.
man.
My
Yo,
short
I would
game
love to, man.
It's not that bad.
Let's play this last record for WaveO
No short.
before we get
game.
out of here. Cause I'm
Good
getting
looking
tired.
king, for real, man.
No doubt, bro. This is Can We All Live? WaveO.
Life, it's hard to hear, man. It's hard. It's hard out here, man. They want us to give up, man. Can't do it though, man. Double F, family first, man. This for my family. This for my people, man. Family first, double F. Big money. Scream that, man. We hustle day after day, night after night. Can we all get this paper? Can we all live right? Can we all live right? We hustle day after day, night after night. Can we all get this paper? Can we all live right? Can we all live right? Right? Can we all live right? We hustle day after day, night after night. Can we all get this paper? Can we all live right? Right? Can we all live right? Can we all live right? Changing lanes, switching frames. I see the picture, want us to give up. I'm no quitter. Wasn't born a winner, I was born a sinner. Hard cold like December, eat my dinner like November. Stay full, paid in full. It's how I like it. Making millions is my mindset. Haven't reached my prime yet. Taking trips across the globe just to feel the climate. My shorty always reach a climax. Back and forth, south and north. Life, what you make it? I'm out here on my grind. No time wasted. I changed my mind, must have 1,000 times. I'd have damn near spit 10,000 rhymes. I just rehearsed the verse for the sake of spitting it. Live it how I like it, love it, like it or hate it. Regardless, I'm gonna make it. The hater when the young brother living his dream. Wanna assassinate us like Malcolm and King. I said they hate it when a young brother living his dream. Wanna assassinate us like Malcolm and King. Like Malcolm and King. They hate it when a young brother living his dream. We hustle day after day, night after night. Can we all get this paper? Can we all live right? Can we all live right? 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 F it, they won't do me like Kennedy. Getting fried off that chicken, true hood memory. Slime told me go and get that bag, now they mad. It's all good, counter hooks with a jab. Every verse like a stab to a major artery. They gon' feel it, they gon' feel it. Know I'm the realest. It's dope in my veins like a double helix. It's about time sunshine. I've been lighting dudes forever. Fighting flows, WaveO a terror. Promise myself every day I get better. Now I'm getting to the cheddar. Ain't nothing more better than me first. Except for we forever. We hustle, we hustle day after day, night after night. Can we all get this paper? Can we all live right? Can we all live right? Right? Can we all live right? We hustle day after day, night after night. Can we all get this paper? Can we all live right? Can we all live right? Right? Can we all live right? Can we all live right? Right? Can we all live right? Can we all live right? Right? Can we all live right? Right? Can we all live right? Right? Can we all live right?
For the future of the world, man.
Can we?
Depending on us.
Big money, man. Double up. Can we?
No matter black, white,
My people,
Christian, Muslim,
it's for you, man. Have pride in yourself. Double F.
it's for us.
It's about that pride, man. I love you.
Family first. Love is love.
That was WaveO once again. WaveO is in the building. Underscore
WaveO.
WaveO.
on Instagram. Get at him. It's underscore
Plug your
WaveO.
shit, yo.
WaveOG, Instagram. You can reach me on Instagram at underscore WaveOG.
Is it G on it?
Yeah. Well, nah. You know what I'm saying? That's when I perform. It's Wave
don't
OG.
confuse
You feel
people.
me?
Yeah.
Nah, you can on Instagram is underscore WaveO, but
Yeah.
you feel me? The OG stand for original. You heard? But you can actually catch me on Twitter too.
So you
Big
can say you can
Slime.
fax me.
Big Slime, Dave O on Twitter and
I'm gonna put your link to the
Facebook.
SoundCloud and Instagram.
Frank Wizard, you feel me? And my SoundCloud is WaveO. Listen, man, more coming, man. I appreciate you guys for real for
bro.
having me on this. Love is love.
Do
Love
your
is
thing
life.
tomorrow night, man. SOBs,
Thank you,
WaveO
man.
will be in the building, and go follow him on Instagram. And as we always say,
We go.
we gone.
We gone.
Gone.